So today we are going to learn about the 10th standard class geography chapter 1, resource and development. In our last video we have seen about the soil resources. We have seen that soil resources can be used for growing plants and for the living organisms on the earth. It also supports the living organism on earth like small insects or small kind of animals who lives on land surfaces. And we have seen that we are having different kinds of soil on land, which is also called as classification of soil. In our last video, we have seen two types of soil under classification of soil. We have seen alluvial soil and red and yellow soil. We have seen that alluvial soil is the most fertile soil. It is the most fertile kind of soil. Red and yellow soil is having a moisture in it. It is a moisture soil. When it has a moisture, it is red in color, and when it gets dehydrated due to high temperature, it becomes yellow in color. That is why it is called as red and yellow soil. Now moving further, we will see other classification of soil. Third one is black soil. Black soil, with the name only we can see that, or we can find out that it is black in color. Now, why it is black in color? As we have seen that there are 4 layers of, in our last video, we have seen that there are 4 layers of soil. The second layer of soil consists of red and yellow soil. When we talk about the third layer of soil, which is parent rock or weathered parent rock, which consists of many small rocks, which creates or which make a black soil, because black soil consists of small particles of rocks in it. That is why it is black in color. Now when we are talking about the black soil, it is also known as regular soil. Why it is also known as regular soil? Because as I have told you, it consists of many small particles of rocks. It has many small particles of rocks instead of sand and clay. Sand and clay is found in red and yellow soil. When we are talking about the black soil, it consists of more rocks, parent rocks, breakdown of many rocks into a small particles, which creates black soil on land. It has parent rock material, as I have told you. It has parent rock material, which means when we go to third layer of soil, many rocks have been break down in a small particles, and those small particles make a black soil. Now, it is good for cotton crops. When we are talking about the black soil, it is good for growing cotton crops. That is why it is also known as cotton soil. Black soil can be also known as cotton soil because it is very favorable for growing cotton. And when we are talking about India, in India, plateau of Maharashtra, Saurashtra, Malwa and Chhattisgarh. In these places we can find black soil. That is why in these particular places, cotton growing, they are the cotton growing areas, because it has a black soil. And black soil is very favorable for growing cottons. Now when we are talking about the features of black soil, we can say that it is clayey material. Clay material means it has moisture in it. That is why it is a clayey material. It is not a rough soil. You can say it is not an hydrated soil, or it is not a dehydrated soil. It is a clay material, and it consists of calcium, carbonate, magnesium and potash. It consists of the proportion of calcium, carbonate, magnesium and potash. These are the chemicals which found in this particular soil. Now moving to next one, laterite soil. What is laterite soil? It requires high temperature and rainfall. The area which has high temperature as well as rainfall, in those areas we can find laterite soil because it requires high temperature and rainfall. It is suitable for adequate doses. It is suitable for adequate doses. Adequate doses means we can say that it is very suitable for having, when we are having a rainfall, it is suitable for giving some chemical reactions on that. So when chemical reactions are on that, it is very suitable for growing many crops. And when we talk about India, in India, these crops can be found in Kerala, Tamil Nadu and Madhya Pradesh. And they are very suitable for growing tea and coffee and cashew nut. They are favorable for growing products like or crops like tea, coffee and cashew nut. Next one is arid soil. Arid soil is red to brown in color. Now, when we say arid soil is red to brown in color, it means that when it has moist, it is red in color. But when it is dehydrated, it is brown in color. Due to dry climate, high temperature or water evaporation, we can find arid soil in the area. How arid soil can be formed, or how arid soil can be formed in or on land? We can say that if dry climate was there and there is a high temperature, then land gets evaporated, and when soil on the land gets evaporated, it makes arid soil, which is red to brown in color. It can be found in western Rajasthan in India. And the last one is forest soil. It can be found in hilly and mountain areas. As the name itself says that it is found in forest areas. So its fertility is also very high, because in many forest areas we are having a rainfall, or because of the big trees, the fertility of that land is very good. So forest soil can be found in hilly and mountain areas. Its texture is loamy and silty because rainfalls are there and big trees are there. And in India, it can be found in Himalayas and valleys of Himalayas. So, once again we will revise. In today's video, we have learned about the classification of resources. There are 6 types of resources: alluvial soil, then we have red and yellow soil, then we have seen black soil, then we have laterite soil, then we have arid soil and forest soil. I hope you will understand. Now I will see you in next video. Till then, thank you.